Hey, it's Sean with Price Realtors with this week's market report for Vienna, Great Falls, and McLean to represent what Northern Virginia market's doing. It's been a crazy week. We are experiencing more and more competition for our buyers out in the market. I'm going to go through the graphs with you so that you can see what's happening and why that's happening. Yeah, so here we go. So you can see over here, this is our buyer activity versus our inventory. And you'll see that buyer activity took another significant increase this last week, whereas seller activity again decreased. So what that creates a huge gap right here between buyer demand and seller supply. So our inventory level dropped again this week when buyer activity went up. So what that does when it takes us into, when we look at it as being a buyer's market versus a seller's market, we look over here at, this is your seller's market. You can see that it was obviously a huge uptick into a strong seller's market. The absorption rate for this week, the estimated absorption rate was over 263%. So it was crazy, crazy demand this last week. Stories of putting in offers above ask, waiving all contingencies, and being 7th out of 9. I mean, it's just crazy. So you can see it's a very, very strong seller's market. So buyers need to be prepared to be very strategic. Buyers need to be prepared to likely pay above ask. This is not really a negotiating situation unless you have the rare property that is undervalued and you have a perfect storm. For example, a couple weeks ago we got into a property that we actually got it for $30,000 under the appraised value, and that was because we knew that it was underpriced. We knew that the selling agent was not from the area, so she didn't know the market, and then we also knew that they had limited showings because the unit was occupied. On top of that, it was a situation where investors could not purchase because of the investor ratio being over where it could be. So we had a perfect storm with not battling against investors, with limited viewings. I think there were only 10 people that were able to see the property, and they still ended up having 6 offers. And we were able to get the property for $30,000 under appraised value. That is very rare, but it can happen on occasion. It's important that your realtor know the market and know what you're looking at. And with regards to what buyers should generally expect is it's going to be high competition. You've got to be very strategic with your offers. It's not just about price, it's also about terms. And there are certain ways that you can write offers that make the offer very strong. So keep that in mind. This is a seller's market. If you know anybody who is considering selling or has maybe tried to sell in the past, or if you yourself are considering selling, now is a phenomenal time. Please reach out to us. We'll be happy to sit down with you and talk to you about that. Buyers, if you need somebody to help you with a strategic plan to try to get into a property, again, reach out to us. We can help you with that aspect as well. All right, I will see you on next week's video. Have a great day.